Wiki, 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 wiki. Welcome to the Just Bake channel. Just Bake channel. You are now listening and watching Watermelon versus Pumpkin. Watermelon vs. Pumpkin. Psych! Sorry if that hurt anybody's ears if I spit that through the microphone in such a way. I am the poofy top wonder with the marshmallow fluff on top. Young Pastry, Y-U-N-G, Pastry. And you are now zoned and tuned, man. You're in here. Episode 63.
63. What age can you retire at?
Oh,
Who knows?
Shit, it might be 63. It's 65, depending on your state.
You might have that early retirement.
Yeah.
Get half the pension.
It's funny because you can retire at that time, but you don't get your senior discount until you get it earlier at 55. But you can't get your social for another 10 years.
True, it's some bullshit.
So I can earn these like 60 cents off these muffins, but I can't. Okay.
True indeed. And I am the one with stitches in his nutsack at the moment. They will dissolve on their own and fall out. Lil Mattress, Lilmattress on everything. Spell it correctly. Episode 63 of the Watermelon versus Pumpkin podcast. Hit up this hotline 203-594-6977. That's a call or text. As you know, if you've been watching, and we appreciate that you are watching or listening or sharing, we are available everywhere. There's a podcast network. There's a podcast hub. There's a podcast arbiter. We're out there, man. Anywhere you listen to your podcast, anywhere that you upload your podcast, we are there as well. And we appreciate the people listening because we're now like we're over 30 days because January 23rd. Since January 23rd, we've had at least a download a day, and many days much more than one download. But I just mean like we've been on a streak for 35, 36 days now of at least one download, and we appreciate it. We rocking. February was our most listened to month ever. There's only 28 days in it, and for it to be a horrible Black History Month overall, you know what I mean? For it to
things
be
that happen,
probably the worst Black History Month maybe ever.
Post 60s, yeah.
We had a good Black History Month, you know what I mean?
Post 69, I'd have to say, yep.
Post race,
post DSEC.
So yeah, please stick with it. Like, share, subscribe, leave a comment on anything you leave a comment on. On the YouTube, go down on the links, man. There's plenty of stuff that you can get, free stocks, sign up to drive an Uber, do all those things. Those help us. And at the end of the day, you know what it is, gbiclothing.com. gbiclothing.com. That's where our merchandise is up there. You can get a watermelon t-shirt. You can get come on. There's a t-shirt up there that says, I love watermelon.
Hello.
Buy it. All right?
Come on.
Use code.
Especially if you love watermelon.
Use code watermelon to get 10% off your entire purchase. We'll have some new t-shirts up there soon. I'm messing around with some different designs now. But yeah, man, support the podcast any way you can if you choose to. Even by just, hey, tell somebody else about us, and we'll keep spreading like Khloe Kardashian's best friend.
Oh, Jordan.
We be spreading.
Shout out to Jordan Woods. She's cute.
J-Dub.
Yeah, that's Khloe Kardashian, because everyone needs to know what's going on in the Kardashians' lives these days. You know
what is interesting though? What I feel, because with the people that complain, and I don't complain because I'm not like the Kardashians are the biggest society and they're fucking like, she once again all praise to Ray J's penis, because he's the one that
Kim. Yeah.
If not for that, we wouldn't know them.
It's Kim opened the door after she opened her legs, and shit just kind of came out from there. I mean, yeah, you're like, oh, well, her daddy was a big-time lawyer in OJ case. Yeah, but that didn't make her famous, though.
No.
Yeah, she was hot. She was cute. She was married at like 17, 18 or some weird shit, to some guy that was a lot older than her. So
it was
she just
Ray
came,
J's penis.
Yeah, and then, she did a little sex tape, Ray J. She laid down, pillow princess. And, things took off from there, man. It's like, oh, my God, Ray J, Brandy little brother. Oh, my God, he was smashing this girl. And shout out to this guy who was infatuated with the size of his penis.
T-Pain?
Yeah. T-Pain was like, man, did you see? T-Pain. And by the way, shout out to T-Pain. He actually won The Masked Singer.
Yep.
And
T-Pain
now
can sing, man.
Yeah, and it's funny because I ran into somebody one time. Maybe he was drunk. I don't know. But he said he went to a T-Pain concert, I think at Toad's place out here in New Haven, Connecticut. And he said he wasn't that great live, man. He said without the auto-tune, he didn't sound great. So maybe it's that because of him trying to sing his songs live. It's not really, he couldn't really break his vocals down that way to those kind of songs. If you gave him a free range, slow, and just, hey, let your pitch come out. Like Lady Gaga has that to me. When she did away with the pop shit kind of, and she let her voice kind of like pop, and it's like, oh shit, Gaga? Who is inside that throat?
Gagger?
Yeah, Gagosh. But yeah, man, T-Pain actually has a really good fucking voice.
Yeah, he can sing.
And he doesn't get enough fucking thank yous these days because every last one of these motherfuckers that are auto-tuning, he kind of, I mean, he didn't start the shit. The shit started way back in the 70s, you know, but he, for the common new era hip-hop scene, he was the one that was like that was his thing.
He didn't start it, but he brought it back.
Right.
Definitely.
And he made it his staple. Like, you know what I mean? That was his stamp. You heard that shit, it's this T-Pain. Hear that? Oh, that's T-Pain right there, you know?
Yep.
It's like electronic funk. Okay, that's what you're working with, Pain? And then everybody else started doing it, and then it just disappeared.
Yeah. T-Pain was like, oh, I'm not doing this anymore.
Right. It's like, thanks, guys, for ruining my fucking fun.
Yep.
Now every rapper has to have auto-tune.
But it's weird because it's not even every rapper. Like on that, I didn't listen to the whole thing, but Jay-Z and Beyonce's album, they did an album together. Beyonce's using fucking auto-tune, which you're like, yo,
voice.
you know how to sing. But now
They
I think
do it
it's
to be
more of more of a they want just that sound instead of
right. It's not
But even
like,
that for T-Pain, like I don't think he was using it because he couldn't sing. I think it was just, hey, this sounds
right. It's different. It's different. Nobody's doing this shit right now. Let's run with it. Somebody, and that could have been somebody engineer they had dealing with him, or somebody in his camp, like, hey, Terrence. I don't know if his name is Terrence, but I feel that's what the T-Pain. No, it's Tallahassee. I'm sorry, Tallahassee. Listen, if we do this thing with your voice, man, I'm telling you, this shit'll be golden. You remember this? Remember the California Love song? Yeah, you remember that? You know, how they had that symphonic shit they used to keep in their mouth and make their voice sound like computer love. We gonna do that to you.
Yeah, it worked out,
and
man.
it worked out fucking hella good for him. I mean, shit, I don't think he's making current music anymore, but I'm sure he's still getting royalties.
Paid off, let it sprayed off.
You know what I'm
But yeah,
saying?
back to it's funny because not necessarily just the story about Khloe Kardashian, but the because there's a million women just like her that don't have a name, that it's the my man cheated on me and I blame the girl.
Right. Well, it's you can't blame just one party. I say you can blame one party if you don't know the fucking chick.
Yeah,
you know what
yeah.
I mean? It's like, all right, that bitch don't know me. What the fuck? He lied to her. It is what it is. But when it's like your sister's best friend,
Yep.
you gotta take that one on the chin too, honey. And
Oh yeah, that's where
and
definitely
it's
both
like you
of
gotta
them.
know the nigga been doing it since
Since.
been doing it. You know.
Yep.
It's not
But
his first time.
the funny thing is that when she lashes out, Khloe Kardashian lashes out, which once again, if you cheat on somebody, you are wrong. If the person that you cheated with also knows that, that person was in a relationship, obviously they are wrong as well. But it was funny that then she just, Khloe Kardashian lashed out at the woman Jordan and was just like, you broke up my family. When this dude, Tristan, cheated on Khloe Kardashian literally while she was having her baby.
Right.
Like while she was pushing out the seed, he was off fucking somebody else.
Trying to put a seed in another one.
This is the thing of like, you know who you're dating. That's the other thing too, is like, regardless if you're rich, anything like that, you know who you're dating.
Right.
So
if the nigga's a whore bag, you knew that shit.
yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like,
And the dude's cheated on her plenty of times and does,
Right.
and it's like I said, to where not that Watermelon versus Pumpkin is going to keep you up to date on all the Kardashian happenings. This is in a broader scale as
Right.
well, of like, this happens in everyday life where girl will get cheated on and blames the other girl only, and then
it always dives into that whole thing of, this is, what are we accepting here?
Yeah.
You're showing that, oh yeah, you got money too, but you need to be with another millionaire. He's got millions too. He's a fucking NBA player. I'm pretty sure he's probably got more money than her. So that comfort of the way they want to live and where they want to be, they're willing to fucking take shit on the chin just to have that lifestyle.
Yeah.
Which is, it's fucking sad. I mean, that's very, it's just extremely shallow people like that to me. Like I almost fucking feel bad for them. Like, yo, you really walk around like that? Like, that shit's sad, man. You walk around and it's like, I will do anything for a price tag.
yeah.
You know what I mean? And You know, and certain ladies that get solid and strong about it, I would never. Yeah, but if you was single and a nigga was rich and he was really throwing his game at you, you cannot tell me you wouldn't fall for that trap. You know what I mean? You not Lisa McDowell, nigga. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, that's Coming to America. I don't know who, you know, she said she ain't want the money because the nigga, when she found out he was a prince, yeah, you know, what you. Then when she found and seen that, she's like, oh, okay, I could do this.
Yeah. I mean, I could adjust.
Right. You know, I mean, I can adjust to that. So it just kind of proves that, you know, certain women that, you know, when they say that solid, I don't need a man for his money. Sometimes you got to pull that card and be like, I think you're full of shit.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? You say, I don't need a man for his money, but when it's happening, and just because he not buying you up front, you know what I mean? But you see that there's money there and there's a comfort level and there's a style of life that could fit you. Oh, you gonna run with it? That could be the ugliest motherfucker in the world, but you gonna run with it, Donald Trump. You know what I mean? Like, you know, Ivanka. You know, I'm pretty sure
Young Funk.
Melania. Didn't look at him and say he's so handsome.
Yeah,
I mean, he's charming, he's sweet. You know, the things that women say that to guys that aren't millionaires.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? You don't hear shit like that about a nigga that got money. They're not
and
genuine.
you know what's funny too? How all women say, "Oh my god, I just want a guy that can make me laugh." But you know what? None of these rich motherfuckers are funny at all. I bet you Tristan Thompson isn't holding court at the party cracking everybody up.
Right,
You know what I mean?
No.
He's a millionaire, huge fucking like 6'8" black guy that probably has a hog on him.
Right.
And that's what you like.
It is
What,
funny.
is Lamar Odom just cracking you up? No, he was cracking himself up.
Yeah, that's a serious pun.
There's layers.
Yeah, there's layers of this crack city. But it is true. I mean, unless you're the comedian like Kevin Hart, I'm pretty sure has no problem.
Yeah.
If he wants to make them laugh right out of their panties, you know, he got that capability because that's what he does. And they're like, oh, he's so funny. Why am I getting naked, Kevin? Kevin, you are so funny. Kevin, stop. You know, but let's not pretend, folks. You know. So yeah, the Kardashian shit, man. If you keep up with them, somebody's cheating on somebody again.
Yeah. And then she's gonna accept him back. This shit is funny because the other because the dude who I fuck with, Scott Disick, the dude that was fucking the other one.
Yep.
I fuck with him because he's just that like, I'm rich, I don't give a fuck, and like he knows that he's rich and doesn't give a fuck, and I don't believe he's you know, it's not like he's racist or disrespectful to normal, but he's just on that like, I don't care that you're a Kardashian. Like, I'm doing what I'm doing. And yeah, we have kids together and you keep taking me back. Like I was saying off mic before, it's the R. Kelly thing of Tristan Thompson has no reason to not do what he's been doing. R. Kelly has no reason to stop peeing on people because
in the face,
you have
take me back.
You've pissed on this woman's face on videotape. They showed it to a bunch of people. You said that's not me, and the shit worked. Why would you ever? You know what I mean?
Why would you ever not think that?
It's the little kids that you see on Dr. Phil or whatever, like the grown woman who's just like, my 6-year-old son keeps beating me up. What? No.
Yeah, and that's allowable. You know, some parents, man, they give too much for the kids, and when you're an adult, to me, and you have a kid, and your kid dictates every move. Now, don't get me wrong. We all do shit for our kids. You know, for those that have kids, you know, you kind of like want the things for them, so you kind of bend over backwards at times. You want to give them the things that you want to give them that they want. I get it. You know, Christmas gifts and shit like that. But when it comes to like when your child dictate everything you do in your life has to dictate. Well, like at some point you got to tell that little nigga, yo, listen, man, you got to buck up, cuz this is what we're doing. This is what it is. You're gonna have to suck it up.
Yep.
That's it. You know what I mean? You know, because if not, they're gonna own you that way. You know, they say, okay, I know if I bitch and cry enough, you gonna get me.
I remember growing up and having friends who would be like, man, I can't find it because, you know, like my mom cleaned my room and huh? Your mom cleaned your room?
Yeah. Oh, it was real.
Where did they do that at? That does not compute.
Right.
That's not how your mom cleaned your room.
Right.
I don't know any of that lifestyle.
I mean, she found the stash.
Right? Oh, no. Like, mom searching through your room, yeah,
Right.
that's one thing. But your
I'm
mom
saying,
cleaned
even like
your room?
when mom cleaning the room, she gonna stumble across some shit I don't want her to see.
Right?
It's privacy in my room. You know she gonna snoop, and now she got every reason to. Like, what? I was just cleaning your room like I normally do, honey. I didn't know you had.
Yeah,
There's a dildo
different...
under your bed. I don't know why.
There's something brown on it. I didn't sniff it.
I didn't sniff it. Assumed you're just a messy boy. He was eating Hershey chocolate, got out of hand.
Dude, that's a different life. And that's even like where I remember in Biggie's story, because it came out much later that I'm not going to say Biggie's entire life was a lie, but as rappers do, his upbringing was very exaggerated. Of like when he was talking about used to eat sardines for dinner and everything, and then you hear his mom get interviewed, and she's like, "No, we were okay." Like, because
we was poor, but we was doing all right.
Yeah. Because in that movie, she's cleaning his room and finds his cocaine and throws it out. When you're just like, your mom was cleaning your room, big. Like, what you know what I mean?
Right. The struggle in that damn hard.
And no single mom in the fucking heart of the fucking ghetto that's working 20 hours a week, like, you know, Pac and Dear Mama wants you to believe, is cleaning your goddamn room. That's not happening.
And then the thing is, you know, if you had that solid mother like that, if you had a single mom out there and that she was solid like that, you know, yeah, you had free range, so you were doing dumb shit, but you had a good foundation at least with, you know, as opposed to, you know, people I know and that I respect of, you know, kind of just going through certain shit that like, man, if I was in that position, I don't know, I'd be all fucked up right now.
Yeah.
Like, no father in the picture ever.
Yep.
Mom addicted to crack, you know what I mean? And you're like fucking fending for yourself. Like, that shit is a different kind of animal. You know, when you got somebody, you know, dealing with that kind of shit, like, you know, my mom's an addict and I got brothers and sisters that I have to look over, and it's like, I'm out there panhandling for money to feed them. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Type shit. You know, shit like that is like, no, that's real.
That's
you know
a real
what I mean?
struggle.
You know, as opposed to like, yeah, we all live in the hood, you know, if you not everybody, but you know what I'm saying, like when it comes to that, like, yeah, when you're not of higher, you know, income and you're in the poverty, the lower income, you're poor as shit, this is where you at. But don't mean you have to be like everybody in the fucking hood is like eating out of a damn can. You know what I mean? It's like everybody out this motherfucker ain't hurting like that.
It's it's the third round in fucking battle raps when people are just like, all right, now I'm going to tell you how hard my life was.
Right. Let's play Swear to God.
Yeah.
I don't know who started that, but I'm getting tired of all the fucking, every battle rapper saying it now. Somebody started it. I think it was, who the fuck was it? I think it might have been.
Might have been Surf.
Was it Surf?
It might have been.
I thought it was.
Or somebody else.
What's his name? The one that we just said took an L.
Oh, Hollow?
Hollow the Don.
Yeah.
I think he might have said
Might have been him too. Yeah. I know that they both use it.
Yeah. Swear to God, your mother ain't, you know, your mother ain't got hair on the chest. You know, swear to God, cuz. Swear to God.
It's funny too, because in battle rap they're like, "Swear to God, both parents didn't live with you until you were at least 14." Like, what?
Why is that bad?
That's an advantage. That's a bad thing. It's not cool to be broken.
Listen, and you know, and it's silly. Certain people out there, you're not running into white people out there. That's just, you know, stop. If a guy said he lives in the hood, please don't assume it's everything you ever read about.
Yeah.
In that man's life, like every nigga in the hood is not the guy you're reading and hearing about. So if you hear he lives in there, oh my, you live there.
They pull up the chair.
Yeah.
Tell me stories.
Tell me right. Oh, yo. So I mean, like they be popping off. How often do they shoot around you? Like, not the shootings, but.
You just live in a war zone? Is that what it is?
It's like not been there for 3 years. Oh my God, you must have seen so much. How many times you witnessed a shooting? No, there's shootings. I just never witnessed one.
Yeah.
Really? It's like.
How many people have been killed in front of you?
Right. Wait. How many cousins? How many R.P. Pookie shirts do you have? Tell me. Like, what?
How much does it cost to make one of those big fucking buttons? How much is it?
You guys always get them. Can I see your drawer full of them? Can I see them? Like, yo, not every fucking body in the hood is a certain way, man. Good God.
Did you get that R.I.P. t-shirt made in the middle of the mall at that little kiosk? Was that where it was? And why are they always pink and blue?
Yo, man, and as much as I say that, and then, you know, us as black folk, we gotta stop it the other way around too. You know, it's like, oh, there he go. That nigga probably owns a company. That nigga got his foot on the neck. There he go. There goes a white cop. You know, he want to beat us down and then take advantage of everything we doing. I mean, I might be selling crack out here, but I don't give him no right to do this to me. You know, you're right. It ain't gonna right here to treat you that way. But sure as hell ain't gonna run by you selling crack like you ain't just say this shit. You know what I mean?
Well, the other thing too is usually people that are doing something, they don't understand how obvious it is of what they're doing.
Right.
That's a big thing. Like, I can't tell you how many people, and you know, obviously weed will eventually be legal and all that, but how many people that I'm just driving in the car normally, you pull up to a stop sign and somebody's fucking rolling a blunt next to you and you're like, dummy, all it's gonna happen is and they didn't look left, look right, look fucking in all directions,
Spark
then
and
do
go.
it. It's just I could just be a cop to pull up next to you. Whoop! Hey, fucking dummy, you're rolling a blunt. Like, chill.
Sense of awareness is, and you got to remember too, people. Just because it's legal in a lot of states does not mean it's legal to smoke it wherever the fuck you like.
Yeah, even me, like I have my medical marijuana card. I can't just walk down the street and smoke a blunt. You can't do that. That's not how it works. You know what I mean?
It's just like alcohol, my friends. You can't drink in public. You're going to say the same shit. You can't smoke in public either.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? In the confines of your own home, and then they're going to come up with some kind of test to see if you're too high for something, which I don't know what that's going to be about.
Yeah, I don't know how that's going to work.
I'm pretty sure it'll be a slow process.
Right?
What do you... It's like, what the fuck is going on?
That's
So,
the truth.
so
But
get
yeah,
out there.
a lot of people will, commit crimes and pretend they're the only ones that can see. Which is
Right.
like, I guess if you're in that desperate need of money, whatever it is, that maybe you won't have your correct mind state going.
Right. But you know who's coming back to stop crimes, folks, from what I saw. Bernie Sanders is out there campaigning again.
That motherfucker's going to lose again.
Feel the burn. And I'm sorry. Sometimes I hear his...
You gotta let it burn. Yo, and now that's how we would win. You have Usher come out and do his dance, spin his chain around his neck, and just gotta let it burn. And then Bernie comes out, just
shoulders tucked, his eye.
Bernie don't got much of a neck these days.
Right. But I tell you, the way he goes at things, it's like, man, you just trying to get all black people on board with you, ain't you, Burn? I'm
Yeah.
gonna legalize weed. Stop looking at the crowd. How you feel
Like the
about
battle rappers that pause for applause, Bernie's just like, and we're gonna legalize weed. We're just waiting for that. Oh,
Right. And then I'm gonna give back reparations.
yeah.
Like,
I
Bernie,
know.
you just saying some shit we want to hear, man.
Bernie's one step away from being like, listen, I can't promise 40, but we'll go with 20 acres and a mule.
20 acres and a cat.
20 acres and an iPhone. Do you think we can get that? Sold.
So, you know what's fucked up? Watermelon. We didn't stop selling them because they'll fucking tell us $20 and a goddamn pair of Jordans, and we jump all over the goddamn shit. Come on, people. We don't need these number 11s. Let's do better, man. That's not the fucking 40 acres they was talking about. We give you all the Jordans you want. I gotta buy them shits, nigga. When we supposed to get something free?
Right.
Let it go, black people. We ain't getting shit.
You gotta let it go. Yeah, man. Bernie, it's going to be interesting because it's going to be interesting with the political race, too, because I wouldn't be surprised if Trump does 4 and then he's just like, fuck this. I'm good. I did it. I don't want to do this shit no more.
4 and out. Yep.
Because that's the thing, too. He's in his 70s, so I can understand, like, not wanting to do it anymore. Going back to your fucking billionaire lifestyle where all you do is whatever you want to do.
Yeah, and that thing, too, what I say with Trump, too, is like, bro, if you make it to the 4, just get the fuck out. You know what I mean? It's like, you don't want to go through, the longer you're going to go, the more the chance of them finding some shit and damaging your credibility or whatever you want to go down in your history of you. If you got a solid 4 and they never got dirt on you and you leave the White House, it's a win in your book, man.
Yeah.
You have another part to your life. You did all this kind of shit. You became a millionaire. You made a lot of money. You did a lot of properties. You did what you wanted to do. And then you became the president for 4 years when they told you weren't going to win.
Yeah.
And then they shitted on you the whole 4 years and tried to impeach you, and it didn't work.
I think
leave.
I think if he gets the wall up before 4, then I could picture him leaving. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like if he builds that wall
Exactly.
before 4,
Told you.
then I could picture him just being like, well, and I'm out.
Right. I told you I was going to do it, and I did it, and now I'm out. And then the supporters are like, no, we still need you. We got to send them back to Africa. Help us, Trump. It's like, good
It is
God.
weird though because there's so many people that are not so many. There's some people that are so against Trump that they can't agree with anything that he's a part of, even though it makes sense. The whole like the situation with 21 Savage, like he got arrested.
He spoke on that?
No. Well, I'm not sure if Trump spoke on it, but like the situation with 21 Savage, that's what he's talking about when he's like, there's people in this country illegally.
Yep.
What we want to do is just have them go through the right process, and then you pick if you want those people in your country, and then you can do it. But like 21 Savage has been living here illegally for fucking years, and then he gets caught living here illegally, and then people are just like, oh my God, you're picking on him. It's like, what? How does that?
Right. No,
you got caught living here illegally.
caught.
Like, it doesn't matter that he's black, that he's a rapper, that he's any of that stuff. That doesn't matter. It's like, you're living here illegally.
Right. Illegally is legal, man. It's,
Yeah.
You know, it's funny because a lot of people want to fight the system with things, and I get it. Organized government, people are anti that too. But, you know, I just go into the fact of also that is a nasty animal, but also just knowing the fucking ugliness of people, man. And you want to deal with that with no laws?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like how fucked up people are if they can just get away with shit. How fucked up it would be to live. Yeah, okay. If a motherfucker knew he had nothing that consequence, man.
Yeah.
You forget about it. He's doing every fucking thing, man.
There's that. Never mind with the more illegal people that we have in this country, which I'm all for people coming into this country. Let's just try to do it correctly. That's my whole thing is like, let's just try to do it correctly, because that's when we get order about everything. And for me, the biggest issue, I could be honest with you, I paid $6,000 fucking dollars last year in health insurance. $6,000 in health insurance. Now listen, I made $33,000, and I paid $6,000 in fucking health insurance, and that's not all to be, but part of that is offset by illegal people and people that don't have health insurance. There, for some reason in our country, because we can't deny anybody anything, they're still provided health insurance, and that cost gets passed on to the people that actually fucking pay it. It's like the whole thing of, I told this to my doctor, and he told me the whole fucking, yeah, man, you quit your job and have a kid, you'll be all right. Because that's the fucking thing that I could do, and I would be honestly doing better if I quit my job and had a kid.
Right.
But you know what? The nutsack got stitches in it because the vasect.
Well, if you got a stuffed giraffe, does it work the same? No, it's not. Okay.
Hey, you know what's weird about the little vasect update, the V update,
update on the sack
is
sack
it's weird how I haven't gotten a boner in over a week because I have a nutsack that has been cut into, and
leave it alone.
Everything, like I don't even want to touch it to take a pee.
Right.
And it's weird, man. It's a weird experience.
Funny.
The weird sack.
Yeah, that's funny. But the stitches will dissolve for all you that are concerned. And he's gonna be out there slinging again.
Save the sack. Slinging that non-potent.
And just prays for maybe that one day when she tries to come up to him and go, I'm pregnant.
Not it.
Yeah, you a 40 bitch. You a 40 bitch. Now you 40 bitch.
Yeah, it's weird. So in 6 weeks, I got to go back and drop a load on them. And then they put it under the scope and see what's what. But it's cool nowadays that you get to do it at home. You get to... But the comforts of your own home. The other weird thing too is that first, before you go in, you have to call and make sure that there's a doctor there. So before you do it, you have to basically make a phone call and be like, "Hey, you guys gonna be there in like an hour?" Okay, yeah, we're gonna be there. Okay, boom. And so when you hang up the phone with that person then knows that you're about to bust a nut in a cup. So that's the weird, you know what I mean? Like you have to call and be like, so yeah.
My name's Terrence Williams. I called.
Just want to make sure if I masturbate into this cup that you guys are gonna be there to check it out when I get there.
Oh
yeah?
my God. Cool. And then if you can
imagine. All right, let me get started. Yeah, do you want to help me out a little bit?
You imagine the awkwardness when you handle the cup and the shit's halfway full. Like, damn, nigga, you all right?
It's been a while. It's been a while.
I just can't help it. What are you doing later?
I know you call him and you're just like, is there going to be a doctor there? Cool. So what you wearing?
So what you wear? I'm saying like.
Damn, you got a nice voice. Cool.
Later. We'll get a bite to eat.
I'm already having one out the chamber, so I'm going to be able to last, boo.
You know what I mean?
I mean now.
And you know I can't mistakenly hit you.
Right? I can't shoot the club up. Yeah. But that's a dangerous thing, too, where they obviously... you can't get somebody pregnant, but obviously, you know, it doesn't. You don't have a super dick now. Like there's still STD is still.
Right. Right. It's not protecting you from getting shit falling off.
But it's that there is that comfort of any slip, any anything isn't going to.
The kid is big, man. Once that's in there, that might be somebody that might be a booty call. But guess what? Now you're stuck with that booty call.
Yeah. And God. And good luck trying to find somebody without a kid these days. That's the
it's the thing.
They say it exists.
It's college, but
yeah.
If you want the 22-year-old girlfriend.
Because even like I'm on Tinder and shit, and just seeing like some of the girl you go by and you're like, 22, and you had to change my age range where I'm like,
Right.
no, give me like 28 to
Right.
fucking.
You got to put it in there like I want a little higher. At
Yeah.
22 is not gonna really. I'm not single now, but if in the single, when I wasn't a single, I at least try to go mid 20s.
Yeah.
I might have did I talked to it's not really around like that these days, but a mature 23-year-old or 22. There's some of them that have the mindset is different, whether it be how they were raised or they just don't operate the way their peers do. You know what I mean, that shit happens all the time. There's always people, growing up, there's some person that might have been your same age who's like, God damn, he's so advanced. Like, how the fuck is he doing that? He's like so strong that he got a mustache in 3rd grade.
They used to say The Rock when he went to high school, Dwayne Johnson. They thought he was an undercover cop because he was fucking.
He looked like a fucking
dude.
cop.
The Rock was fucking. He looked, obviously not like he looks now, but yeah, he was fucking huge in high school, like just straight up thick on him.
And it's funny because I feel like that now when I look back at footage, like people in the 70s, like high school kids, they looked a lot fucking older.
Oh, yeah.
Like an 18-year-old back in the 70s looked like a fucking 25-year-old.
Dude,
It was
an
weird.
18-year-old in the 70s, they all had a mustache. They all had full layer of taco meat across the chest. You know what I'm saying? And
Cars.
they all had cars, and they all had like adult girlfriends,
Right.
which you're just like, what the fuck was
They were
happening in the
fucking
70s?
drinking beers and because it was legal at 16 at some point.
Yeah, man.
Like, whoa. There was some weird
I felt
shit.
like they were adults in high school. And
They were.
When I went to high school, I was like, we are not a fucking adults, man.
Oh, how old is that? How old was that guy? Oh, he was 17. That fucking guy wasn't 17. No way.
Exactly.
He was 17. He was my boyfriend in high school. Get the
That
fuck
mustache
outta
was not 17.
here. Right. He's like, look at that guy. He looks like he's ready to fucking play in the pros.
I feel like they didn't have to raise their hand and ask if they could use the bathroom. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? I feel like they would just be like, Claude, no,
Right.
I'm just going to the bathroom.
It's
All
just,
right.
all right, you're walking
And
through the
or
hall.
just like they were probably like, I'm gonna go have a cigarette real quick. I'll be right back. You know what I'm saying?
walk in the room and shit with no teachers in there and be like, I'm your substitute for today.
Exactly.
Mr.
can't
Williamson. Hi, Mr. Williamson. We got a student looks just like you. Yeah, it's family.
Mm-hmm.
What the fuck, yo? But shout out to February being the strongest one though. That's key. We appreciate the love, man.
Yeah. Especially
good
for,
balance.
like I said, on the other side of it, just in general, it seems in the United States, it was one of the worst Black History Months ever. It was a strug.
Yeah, it was some, the Gucci shit and Schmole and
The Gucci shit, and then the next, what was it? Was it Balenciaga came down with the fucking noose on the runway the week after?
Yes, fashion
Yep.
shit.
But to me now, there's no question that shit is just marketing.
Right.
Like that shit isn't a mistake anymore. That
Right.
shit is
I
just
mean, they're gonna say,
marketing.
well, a lot of people had nooses, and the English did it to the English all the time. Yeah, I know, but in
Yeah,
this
okay.
country, what that shit represents.
Exactly. Look in the dictionary. In the dictionary, if you look up the N word, no, it says nothing about being black. Kill yourself.
Right.
It's only, you know what I mean? Like,
Right. You got to know, and especially in this country, man, anything of that nature or nooses, blackface makeup, you know what the fuck that shit represents.
Yeah.
So why, you know what I mean? Why take it there?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's weird, man, because it's almost that any press is good press because they know, like, right now, it's March 2nd, March 3rd. No one gives a fuck about Gucci anymore. Like, there's, T.I., that 3 months didn't pop off, dude. Like,
Right.
nobody gives, and that's why I respect Floyd Mayweather for saying that shit, where he's just like, these motherfuckers aren't going to care about this shit next week. Cool,
Right.
you're mad at me today.
Right.
You're not going to be mad at me tomorrow. We're good.
We're gonna be back on that Gucci flow. Niggas been wearing Gucci since the fucking 80s, man.
Yeah.
Like it's been a big part of the culture, man. If you wanted to be flashy, had a little money, you had some Gucci on because people knew it was expensive. Like, oh
Exactly.
shit, that Gucci watch probably cost them $400-$500.
Which is the worst mentality of all time.
Yeah.
Same shit, man. You stand Bill Gates next to fucking 2 Chainz, and you're like, which one has more money?
Right.
And you would think that, Bill Gates is the, dad fucking running the grill with the fucking
Right.
New Balances on, but no, he's the
Want
billionaire.
to go inside the house, honey, and go get the other cabinet?
Hon, can you bring me another spatula?
Yeah. Oh my God. Yeah, he definitely looks like that kind of dad.
Yep.
But it's just flashy, and people want to chase things, man, and it became a marketable thing. I hate to say that it looked like that, but you gotta, when you notice something is on and popping in a certain, target market audience, you're gonna feed that fire. You know what I mean? It's like, oh, these guys seem to buy a lot of sneakers. Yeah, Jordan was like, okay, we're gonna keep pumping them,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm gonna put out $300 sneakers, and they're gonna buy it because of my name, even if the shits don't even look that hot. You know,
Yo,
what I mean?
Jordan's got the full fucking.
Full rights.
Jordan's making money all the way around
Mm.
because this is the thing too, where it's. I'm not saying they did this on purpose. I'm just saying that this is what it is. Michael Jordan invested in a bunch of prisons as well because prisons are a business. That's all that they are. And prisons are basically slave labor now, and that's what Kanye West was talking about when he was like abolish the Eighth Amendment. It was because slave labor happens in prisons. Like you've heard when you go to prison, you get a job, you work for 10 cents a day.
Right.
That's slavery. That's
Right.
fucking. That's all that is. Prison labor is slavery. Michael Jordan invested in a bunch of prisons, so Michael Jordan makes money all the way around because Michael Jordan puts out $300 shoes. Boom, $300 shoes. Somebody tries to rob this person for $300 shoes. They go to jail. Boom. Michael Jordan's making money and all the way around. It's crazy. Like, and I'm not saying that he did that shit on purpose.
Right.
All I'm saying is like he's got his money in the right places.
gotta know
For
that, right.
I'm gonna make stupid things that cost way too much money.
Right.
The hood can't stand it. They gotta have him. Robs the other kid. People get caught in a murder, whatever. Goes to jail, and he's making money in the jail as well. Like it's fucking.
Mike is
he's
out
hedging
there.
his bets.
And you know what's always crazy with Mike? Like out of all the like celebrities
That he hates
like,
black people, but I
athletes-
mean, whoa. But what? Ask Chameleonaire. He said, I'm not taking any pictures with any N-words. Hello, that's what happened.
Oh man, he said that to Chameleonaire.
Yeah, Chameleonaire's got a good Michael Jordan story.
Oh man, I just know that Mike.
You know, that's the name of the. I'm sorry, that's the name of the episode. Michael Jordan hates black people.
Why, Mike? Why? Oh man! But and it's funny that he said it because he does move differently than a lot of like that type of tier athlete.
Yeah.
Like he doesn't do like his choices of who he advertised with. Ballpark hot dogs. Like niggas don't eat ballpark
Hanes.
hot dogs. You know what I mean? Like who the fuck eats ballpark hot dogs? Nobody doesn't want that shit, man. If you're gonna go that cheap, you might as well get the bar shit for $1.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like fuck out of here, ballpark hot dogs. Ain't nobody be like, oh, I can go for a real good ballpark right now. Niggas don't say that shit, man.
Right?
Mike picks a weird shit. Hanes, like
Yeah.
It's all
But
right,
see,
Mike.
and then Michael Jordan, he did the Hanes with the Hitler mustache, which was those are the only two people to ever have that mustache. Or
Yeah.
excuse me, there was Charlie Chaplin as well, but it was
Chaplin.
like Charlie Chaplin, Hitler, Michael Jordan. That was it. They had that mustache.
And then he bought a gel or two. And
Yeah.
it's like, oh, okay, Mike, I see what you're doing here. I don't know. He's just weird. He doesn't like make appearances on places. You know what I mean? He's very, very picky and choosy who he fucks with. You know what I mean? And it's almost like, I
odd
get
too-
it. It's respectable, but then it's like almost like, I don't know what you hiding, Mike.
Yeah. It's odd too for the like it's weird that he never, and who knows, maybe because he was so good, he doesn't even watch basketball anymore. Who knows? But it's weird that you would never even see him on any of those countdown shows like with Charles Barkley and Shaq, just to get on there and fucking talk
Right.
shit about basketball and all that other stuff. Like
He does it.
I'm not saying for a fucking
I've
to
never
have it
seen
as a job. I'm
Never-
saying to
like
pop in, you know?
like a walkthrough. Mike
Yeah,
Mike
yeah.
don't even do walkthroughs on a motherfucker.
No.
Like he don't come and sit down and do an analysis or
No.
He really don't, man. Mike ain't never done that shit, man. But you got guys like a Joe Montana done showed up on a fucking Monday Night Football
Yeah.
before, and he was considered the dude. And Tom Brady will after he's
Shit, the
retired.
last Jets game I went to, fucking Joe Namath did the fucking speech at halftime, got the crowd pumped up. You know what I mean? That shit was cool.
It's like he's a legend, man. And when's the last time Mike actually been to a Bulls game and said something? You know what I mean? Like I know
Yeah.
you own the Bobcats and shit, Mike, or the Hornets. I mean, in Charlotte.
Now that I just put it together in my head. Never mind. I was gonna say for what reason, but North Carolina.
Right? Yeah, it's like the little.
And I
kid.
wore the shorts underneath my shorts my whole career.
Yeah, right. Oh yeah, that was that story with Space Jam. Well, shout out to Space Jam. What a great fucking movie as a kid.
It's on Hulu now, man. Shout out to Space Jam. It's on
Go
Hulu.
check it out. You want to see Mike in his finest dunking on pigs and shit. Like, shit is official. And they did that Be Like Mike shit with Bow Wow. I was like,
I didn't see that one.
Yeah. But we do have to give it a special rest in peace. Passed away. Brother, was it Luke?
Luke Perry, man.
Luke Perry. Was from the 90s.
90210, man.
90210.
Luke Perry, heartthrob.
Big, yeah, that was a big series in the 90s. That was all the teenage girls were like, oh my God, Luke. Then I seen pictures of that nigga at 52, like, oh my God, Luke. Like, God damn, nigga, that is not the
man.
same dude. Yo, he didn't look like the same dude to me, man.
Yeah,
I know
yeah.
people age and people, you
Yep.
know, can get that. What's the word? Weathered,
Rugged, if you will.
Real rugged, weathered looking at. But
well, it's a thing because like
he didn't age gracefully.
yo, look at Carmen Electra on Instagram. It's like she was frozen in time. It's amazing.
Yeah.
I'm so happy about it because Pamela Anderson melted. I don't know what happened to that woman, but like you look at Carmen Electra because you know that I can only go with the women that like I criticize Chris Rock for in his stand-up. His go-to woman is still like, "He looked as good as Halle Berry," and I'm like,
so they already made a Halle Berry song. That went.
Like
let's stop.
you gotta get a new one. But I'm just for talking about from back in the day, like Carmen Electra still looks good, and that shit blows my mind. But yeah, you're right, Luke. He grew up. You know what I mean? The last time you see him is 1920, and then, you know, when you see someone as a 55-year-old grizzled
like,
old vet.
Like, ooh. But shit, that nigga Burt Reynolds was a handsome nigga all the way up to 80, man.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, just some people age smoothly and accordingly. Like, that nigga Luke was like,
Yeah, it's one of those things like, I can't imagine George Clooney being ugly. You know what I'm saying? It's like no matter how old he gets.
He's like, hey, and he's there and he's got the fucking beautiful smile and he's there and he's skin looks all perfect and shit. Whether he got work done or not, they did a good job.
Exactly.
Because some people had work done that look really terrible.
Yep.
Like Tom Cruise. Terrible. Who did I just see too? There was, oh my God, what the fuck was that watching?
I mean, well, of course, the go-to Mickey Rourke looks like he got fucking somebody held a lighter to his face. I don't know what happened there.
The image he had when he was in that boxing movie, he's like when he was all fucked up all the time. Like, no, that's his real face. There wasn't a fight. That's just him.
That's him. That's him.
Damn, John Travolta.
John Travolta's been pulled back a couple times.
Yeah,
like,
his shit looks
John
crazy.
Travolta doesn't have a man bun. That's just the skin that's in the back of his head.
Oh my God.
They kept pulling back.
That's that shit where they say, you know, if you turn the motherfuckers around, it's just a bunch of clothespins pinched at her neck. Like,
oh, the girl from Friends, Courtney Cox, she got spread out. Just yeah, man.
She didn't die, right?
she
Courtney Love. I'm
didn't
thinking
die.
of Courtney Love. Sorry.
Yeah.
Courtney Cox. Yeah. Oh, yeah. I mean, people are. I even seen Jada Pinkett. She had a little work done on one, almost like she had a nose job. And I was like, damn, Jada, you were so cute. Like already. You know what I mean? Like I always thought she was real pretty, man. You know, I had a thing for her back in the day, but it's kind of like, you ain't need that. Why would you do that?
And the only plastic surgeon that anyone should trust is whoever did whatever to Kylie Jenner. She's the only one, bro, and it's so weird that nobody even remembers what she used to look like because if you look at what she used to look like, it's a different person. It's like they grabbed a face and put it on top of it. Oh my God, you're hot now.
Right.
Like that's
what happened. What did we do? Cosmetic surgery. It's good.
Yeah,
I know a guy. Right? You got a guy.
That's the only person I've seen. Whoever does Kylie Jenner's fucking plastic surgery, that's the go-to. Like, go to them because they know what they're fucking doing.
And the only thing, my whole thing is like when we say people age naturally, you got to age naturally. Now these people that do all this cosmetic shit, when they get older, it just doesn't look right, man.
No.
It doesn't match you. You're not supposed to look like that at an age.
Yeah.
You know what? Whatever card you're fucking dealt is the card you're dealt. If you don't look good as an old person, that's just your shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
In my opinion.
But, you know, people are dragging their nails on some, I'm not going, not me.
Holding on to their vitality, their youth. And listen, man.
Then you just end up with a fucked up face.
Right.
And brand new titties from 1990 that are still up there while the rest of your body's down
I was
there.
never sure if Tom Berenger had work or maybe he just had a fucked up face. Nigga played in there was 6 sniper movies he did. He was like one of them 90s kind of Van Damme guys or, Steven Seagal, who had a shitload of movies back then that just never did anything. But he has a lot of them, you know? I got a million B-roll movies, B-rated movies, and it's fine. It's like, okay.
They're out there. They're still out there.
It's a household name, Berenger, but you know how many niggas you gonna kill? Every time they get you know what I mean? Every time they get like a military or mercenary movie, get Tom.
Yeah. Is this one going to be in a submarine or Navy ship? Which one are we doing? Which one are we doing?
Oh, jungle this time? Yeah, Tom, just get out there, nigga. Just cut your shit, you know.
And speaking of a jungle, speaking of a concrete jungle, speaking of Black History Month being bad, we'll just wrap it all together with Jussie.
Not Jesse. Jussie.
Which, real quick, because I have to say that this is the quickest case of the Mandela effect because 3 weeks ago, his name was Jesse. I don't give a fuck if maybe it was that all the outlets had reported it wrong. I don't give a shit, but took a turn when everybody started believing that this shit was fake.
Right.
That's when he changed to Jussie. It was like you were the good guy over here.
And I can already see it. If they didn't come out as being fraud, the whole campaign would have been justice for Jussie.
Ooh.
Come on.
Just for Just.
Come on, just for
Just
Just.
for Just.
You know what I mean? It's like just for Just. It's so many things he could have did. Oh, my God, let's get behind him, let's support him. And that's would have been his move to get better and more money out of his show. I mean, how much was he getting an episode?
I don't know.
I think he felt underpaid.
I'm sure enough for any fucking normal human being that's not working in that industry to be like, oh my God, I would die for that.
Right, and I see that, but I understand him too. Like once you know how it is, once you're working somewhere and you hear people talking, like that nigga's getting what?
Yeah.
Oh hell no! Then it's like, yo, my man. We talk around here. This motherfucker getting 100,000 an episode. You giving me 60, man. And then you like you have the hope. And my roles are bigger. I got more speaking lines. You know what I mean? You can really dissect the motherfucker and be like, what is it, motherfucker? Then you tell me.
That's one of those. I don't know if that was because also too. I didn't watch. He was on Empire, right?
Yeah, I didn't watch Empire.
I didn't watch Empire, so straight up, I didn't know who this person was before this happened. So that's another interesting thing of I don't know how popular this dude was, but obviously in his mind wasn't popular enough to do this whole coup of I'm going to pay somebody to fake beat me down.
Right.
Which that whole story,
big ass Nigerian motherfuckers.
Even I'll be honest with you, I spoke about it off mic, off cam weeks ago where I had brought it up where I'm like, this shit doesn't sound right, but I didn't want to get on here and say it because, you get raked over the coals if the shit was real. But
you would be race shaming.
Yeah. Everything's shaming. There's no more questions anymore. There's no more criticizing. It's immediate shame.
It's just shame automatically. Shame. Oh, you don't agree with me? Shamer.
Shamer.
Well, yeah, you're a shamer just because you didn't agree with me. What the fuck is you talking about?
Mm-hmm. Because the story never sounded right to me because it was 3 o'clock in the morning, whatever, Chicago, 2 white guys that they said looked like hillbillies.
Wearing Chicago, that's cool.
In the middle of Chicago, wearing trench coats, wearing a Make America Great Again red hat, and carrying bleach and a noose. And you're like, none of that sounds correct. Like, all of that sounded like bullshit from the jump.
And how did he say he got away? Because those motherfuckers were huge.
Well, and because that's the other thing, too, because the first thing that sparked me, before I even heard all the other parts about it, was he released a hospital pic of him after the beatdown, and he had the smallest mark under one eye. And I'm like, all right, if this is 2 people beating the shit out of you and pouring bleach on you and tying a noose around your neck and screaming the N-word the whole time and telling you to get out of the country, and you got away with a little fucking, not even a mouse.
Did he at least have bleach smell on him?
I wasn't near him. I don't know.
What I mean? Was that in the reports?
Yeah.
I don't know. Did he show up like drenched in bleach? I know it was stupid when they said he showed up to the precinct with a noose still around his neck. So you just ran 13 blocks with a noose around your neck?
Because that's the other part of the story is that he said that he got beat down like near the subway, and they said that there's cameras all around it, and they could find footage of everything else on the camera except for what he was saying
for his accusations.
And plus, they said after the supposed beatdown, he waited 45 minutes to call his manager, not the police. So in those 45 minutes, what happened? Were you just sitting there, sitting there with the noose on, just out of it, whatever?
Let's go, man. Let's be honest with that, man. When you get, people that have been attacked, shit like that, man, they're not just sitting there spinning around in a circle. You know what I mean? And, he's running to try to get help. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't know what he said. I got to look at the details of what he said, how it stopped. Did he scream or somebody heard something and then they ran off? Some bullshit story.
I think they skipped all of those parts to get to it because, like you said, then he ran into the police station with the noose still around his neck, which, no, you're just not going to do that. That's not going to be a situation.
And it was funny because the price was $3,500.
Yeah. That he paid for the guys to fake beat him down.
Fake beat him down. Big Nigerian motherfuckers that probably was going to take that money or send some people back home. And those guys are stupid. They fucking walk inside the store to buy these ski masks. They had these 2 big-ass motherfuckers at the counter. They're looking at ski masks. Send somebody, goddammit. You don't know nobody? you know somebody that can go for you. You know what I mean?
Send somebody or buy it with cash because I'm sure that they only found out. Well, See, I don't know if they found out about it because when those guys got caught, they opened up to everything. Where obviously they're like, we're not getting caught with a fucking hate crime on a gay dude. Like that's not happening.
Right?
So they opened all the way up and
He
were like,
paid me.
yeah, like no, he paid me. This shit is this is what happened. So
niggas get paid for silly shit. And
Yeah.
that was one of them. So Jussie used to be Jesse. Shame on him. He's a shamer.
yeah, he's definitely a shamer. And the bullshit that came out is once he got caught with like, hey, your story doesn't add up, and then he kept on, and everyone was just like, yeah, your story doesn't add up. Police, yeah, your story doesn't add up. All right, boom. Then you got charged with a crime. Then he immediately, like, this is the part that I fucking hate is because I don't know the person, but right now you're a piece of shit because what comes out is then, oh, I have a drug problem. Right. Then
it's a reach.
Oh,
How can I get out of this? I'm insane. You know?
I have a mental problem. I need help.
Yep.
All that shit. And the thing that I hate the most is that it fools some people because then some people do come out the woodwork and like, in this time of need, we just need to show compassion and love, and that can fuck that shit.
Right,
no,
right.
you it's a little kid that does something. You need to spank them. That's
Right.
what it is. It's like no. We don't. This is not the time for fucking. Oh my God, I'm so sorry. And how was your upbringing? No,
Right.
you're a
How
fucking
about
adult. You know
how
what you
about
just
we got to
did.
drop the hammer on you right now, but afterward we're gonna give you some help. There's
Yeah.
a twofer. You know what I mean? Like, no, we're gonna drop this hammer on you,
Mm-hmm.
but don't worry. After we drop the hammer, we're gonna try to get you some help in there. We're gonna get you some therapy, some mental health shit to help you out. You know what I mean?
And I don't think he understands what he did to everybody else where that would happen to for real because
Right.
the next person that happens to is not going to be believed. You know what I mean?
And
It's gonna
that's
have
what's
to
tough
happen
because
on
people are
camera.
like, yo, there's some real shit that goes on, especially in like real Southern rules part. Yeah, that shit still exists where people are like that.
Mm-hmm.
And you staging doing dumb shit, man, you are really totally fucking up the whole flow of people
Yeah.
that are fighting for something. You know what I mean? You just make it look real stupid. I don't even know what the fuck he was gonna get out of it. I'm just still trying to figure out what was the angle. What was you gonna accomplish by this?
I think he was trying to put himself on the front lines of fucking
Justice?
this of this inequality and part of it obviously had to do with the president because of the fake "Make America Great Again"
Right.
hats. And basically a race war of like these white people, because that's what his thing was. He hired two fucking Nigerian guys, blackest people in the world next to fucking Wesley Snipes. Like, because that was the first thing. When they found them, then it's like, yeah, you didn't think they were white, dude. You know what I
Right.
mean? And just to blame white people like that is the...
It's the way to go. It's like, oh, I'm just gonna blame you. You know,
Yep.
it really fucks up something, man, because there's people that are really, you know, have a right to say that kind of shit, that shit's happening to them,
Yeah.
you know, and it happened by somebody who's white. But, you know, when you're making up shit like that, it's like, come on, bro.
Mm-hmm.
What the fuck is you doing? You know, was you gonna get a book deal? You know what I mean? It's like all that shit. You know, think about shit like
Yep.
that. He's trying to get himself, made his job feel bad. That's a straight drama.
Yeah, because like you
diva
said,
move.
what was it going to be? Okay, sorry, you got beat down. Here's a better paycheck for your next episode.
Right. Yeah. You know, this because they try to say that the rumor was that he was, you know, upset about his what he was getting per
Yeah,
episode.
yeah.
You know, and that's what this kind of stemmed from. Like, so he thought if he staged his own shit and made more drama in the streets. Now, you know, to me is the whole, you know, irresponsibleness, man, and the fucking stupidity to know that you're doing some shit like that, man, and there are some young people or just people in general that will buy into what you're saying and really want to do something about it and might run some streets somewhere and start fucking raging
Yep.
because they feel like, oh, see, they out here trying to do it to, you know, people feed into that shit
Yeah.
because it's so what's going on right now. And for you to stage some shit and do that, come on, man.
Nah. And to me, that's what he wanted. He wanted to be the fucking spark of fucking.
The awareness
No,
guy.
see, this is what's happening. This is what we're gonna get this payback.
As you say, the ultimate awareness guy.
Yeah.
I got to be the ultimate awarer. I don't know if that's even a word.
No, and to me, it was fucking weird when, as soon as it happened to him, it was prayers for, and I promise you back then it was Jesse. Prayers for Jesse Smollett, all that other stuff. But then they would put like the link to his fucking Spotify. And I'm like, what?
God.
No, that's not how that goes. Like,
yeah, this is a promo
it
plug
was,
now?
he didn't, yeah. Like everybody's fucking, I hope you get better, included a link to his fucking SoundCloud, which was like, whoa. This man was a fucking victim of a hate crime and racially motivated, and he's a gay man, and that's what they beat him down for, and they screamed the N-word, and they said, this is MAGA country, and they poured bleach on him, and check out his new single. What?
Don't you feel bad? Like,
Yeah. I'm not trying to listen to your fucking music when I like that was.
Some people are smarter than that. I don't know.
Yeah,
he tried. What you call that?
No, that's it. Yeah, he tried.
He tried. You know, ain't nothing else to say. But that was funny. I saw when they were talking about speaking of artists that were like a little smarter and kind of got over, was Frank Ocean pulled a stupid duper on I think it was Def Jam, whatever label. He did some shit where he signed, and he gave him they give you have to guarantee so many projects, whatever.
Yeah.
And he got all his money because he had put out everything he was supposed to. And the last one he was supposed to put out, he put it out, and it was just like some bullshit. It was like a 15-minute, almost like video vlog music thing of like him walking around his kitchen. Some real stupid shit that he put out, and he met his agreement on him, and he fucking basically finessed him. You know what I mean? to get a shit.
He did some
money.
Kanye West last album shit.
Where it's like, I give you some bullshit.
I mean, well, that's what it is too. And now I don't know what he did, so I can't judge the actual quality of the music. But if he was just fucking around and shit, there's still gonna be people that are like, dude, that's my favorite. I mean, that one, that's my favorite because it's cool to like what other people don't like.
Right. So. I can tell you what though, like since when he came out and I think it was that song, the album called Blonde, when he dyed his hair, black guys lose their mind when they dye their hair. Mm-hmm. But the video
Look it up, Chris Brown,
the video
Cisco,
was
it goes
really, it was like, oh no, he really gay? Okay. Like, you know what I mean? Like he was like laying down on with money everywhere, the money spread, and he's like kind of naked with the money covering his like, his man features. And he had a guy all chiseled out, like kind of laying on him with the money, almost like a lady would, and they're like making it rain and doing weird shit. It's like, oh, okay. It's very new to the eyes of people that wasn't really a promoted thing within music, and it's crazy because if to be honest, if you think about it, we promote the hell out of sex, what I mean, everything that a lot of shit that gets sold is sex sells, you know what I mean? So I guess you say, why can't they have an avenue? I mean, they trying to sell to other gay men. They're gonna do some gay sex shit. You know what I mean? There's a market for them niggas. You know what I mean? It's like, oh my god, that commercial was so good. Remember when Larry was had the salami and said, "Who wants meat?" And then
who was it? Walmart just did a commercial.
It was like two guys in there.
Yeah, two guys like shopping for Valentine's Day or something.
Right.
And of course, you get the people that, oh my god, we can't have. Hey,
what
bro,
are we teaching our kids that this exists?
Yeah, that this exists.
Talk to them niggas. Say this exists. Whatever you want to do with your dick or your vagina, and when the time is right, that's what you're gonna do. Right now, accept it and get over it.
Yeah, teach kids to get used to it because this is life. That's just how it is.
Yeah, and then we have guys that are. Transgender, and they're racing against women. Whatever. We talked about that last episode.
Man, but this is also a new one that I heard.
That shit was making like big ESPN news and everything.
Yeah,
man.
Because there's got to be a point where you can't just be like, okay, everybody gets women are just going to get the shit beat out of them. All right, well, but what I heard, which is going to be interesting because it's happening next year, they got to start making decisions about the Olympics, bro. Like, because then that gets to a different level of...
Yep. Now, if you're doing it, everybody's going to do it. China's going to do it. Now, you got other countries that want to compete. They're just going to put niggas in dresses.
Yo, that's what I'm saying. Like, there's just going to be big-ass Russian motherfuckers just like, my name is Jill.
I like men a lot.
Yep. That's it, bro.
It's like, oh, man.
Because once you start with the fuckery, it only gets worse. Like, it's only going to get...
Because there's always somebody that wants to take advantage or dupe the system or find it in, like those guys that, we have these, all gender bathrooms now. That's cool. So the guy that, can go in the bathroom with your daughter with a dress on because he's identified himself as a woman could be full of shit. Now he's in there fucking trying to kidnap or touch somebody's kid or put cameras in there or some shit. Like, you don't think that shit exists? There's motherfuckers out there like that. You know, when they come to the surface, like, oh my God. It's like,
yeah, it's one of those, obviously it's not going to happen all the time, but it can happen, so why up the chances of it happening?
Right.
It's the... no, man, I'm telling you, if it happens in the Olympics, that shit is just going to get fucking crazy. And because there's always where you open up the door and then people are just going to go fucking wild with it. Like you said, there's just going to be... They're not even going to try to fucking change it. Just, I'm a girl. Okay, boom, go for it.
In there, go for it.
Go for it, Brock.
Beat every, and there was a lot of professional athletes, and they were talking on I think it was an NFL analysis guys, and they were like, he said, I'm gonna be all right. He said, if my daughter's out there and she's competing, and she loses to a guy that's biologically born a male because biologically he's going to be stronger and faster.
Yeah.
I'm going to be upset. You know what I mean? My daughter should get robbed because if you're going to go after Barry Bonds or all those guys for performance-enhancing drugs, that is a performance-enhancing drug.
Just to be a fucking guy.
You know what I mean? Like, that is an enhancement.
Yeah.
You know, it's
Well,
not
it's
fair.
like in the race that happened in Connecticut where the two biological men who are trans women won the race. So third place, that the woman that won third place, let's take it to the Olympics. She would have had a gold medal. But now you have a bronze medal because two straight up biological guys beat you.
Right.
And
now you're talking about girls even losing scholarships, man.
Yeah.
You weren't the fastest in the state. You didn't win any. Like, she would have been if she didn't have to go against, Terrence. And you know what I mean? And
Yeah.
you know what I mean? Some other Joe. You know what I'm saying? Like,
And listen, my heart breaks for the people that have to go through the situation on both sides because I can't imagine if you were trans, because I don't know what it feels like, but
Right.
I couldn't imagine if I was in my body and I was just like, but I just feel like a woman. You know,
Right.
that
and you gotta
sucks for the person going through it. You know what I mean?
Right,
Like,
because it's not going to be an acceptable thing amongst your peers. It's
Yeah.
just not. It's going to come off different and awkward. And we know because when you grew up and there was always those kids that they weren't like there was boys that weren't kind of doing what the other boys were doing. You know what I mean? Or it was kind of weird. They were acting funny. They were very flamboyant, feminine. Like, so that's the shit when you say like, oh, he was always that way. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
he was kind of, when you say someone's born that way, yeah, because he just kind of always wondered why. I don't even know why. I'm not like the other boys.
Yeah.
And you see why, some of those guys, get real depressed and commit suicide even. You know what I'm saying? Because it's really a fucked up thing to do.
Yeah. Like it's one of those, I don't know the answer to I don't even want to call it a problem, the issue. I don't know the answer to the issue, but I feel like the answer isn't just letting these girls get beat in all these sports because now they have to play against guys. It's I don't know how to solve it, but I don't think what's happening right now is the answer.
If it gets to, which it probably won't, if they got to where there was enough of them on a team, they can have their own division, boys, girls, trans. You know what I mean? But you'd have to have a lot of them compete.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Which is probably not going to be more of.
Yeah, like I can't imagine the Olympics doing all that, but it's.
Well, I meant just like in high school. And shit,
yeah.
The younger competing stuff, but the Olympics, I didn't even think of that. Like, holy shit.
Yep.
The Olympics is real. Like, how are you going to compete against the world now? Because they're going to want to do the same shit. So,
It's a tough thing. Like how when people make inventions, they talk about if you want to make an invention that changes the world, you have to think of a solution for a problem that hasn't even happened yet.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Think of the worst case scenario.
When this came out of the blue, where it's like, now we have to think of a solution to a problem that we didn't even know what was going to happen. So it's like, holy shit. I think everyone kind of got blindsided of like, oh, fuck, what do we do?
Right.
And I feel bad for people on all sides, Like,
Yeah.
I'm glad that I'm out of high school sports, but yeah, it's got to be tough, man.
I know.
I
That's
feel
that
for
thing. It's
all of them.
like, God, it's like, can you win? Nope, not today. I tell you who's winning real quick. I just want to mention Bryce Harper, Rice, the biggest free agent in baseball, landed a home with the Philadelphia Phillies in my New York Mets division.
Peace to John Kruk.
Yeah, the Kruk.
Back when you did not have to be in shape to play baseball because all it was that's back when the pinch runner was an actual position on the fucking
Kruk. You talking about Kirby Puckett? Like, these niggas weren't in the finest of shapes, man. But
they were hitting if it was a home run. Cool, we'll run all four bases. Anything other than a home run, if you got the single, bring in a runner. Cool, pinch runner all day.
Yo, for you out there listening, please look up the nigga Kruk. He's talking about. You be like, God damn, that nigga's not an MLB. That's an MLB player.
That's a professional athlete.
Just like we're fucking the dude from the Yankees. You know what I mean? CC Sabathia is like, nigga.
Yep.
You look like you used to be a ball player.
Yeah.
He's like, no, you play right now? You look like the retired ball player with the beer belly. Like, oh,
because the coaches still wear the uniform. You know what I mean? He looks like that, where it's like, why are you wearing the fucking uniform?
Coach. But Bryce Harper was a free agent,
Rice.
the biggest free agent in baseball. Landed with the Phillies for a drum roll. 13-year, $330 million. The biggest in MLB history.
Boy!
For now, until next year, the next big name comes up.
Yep.
You know, but he was a beast. But you know, this guy's making over $11 million a year. You know,
God damn.
After taxes. Okay, listen. You're gonna take home about $7-8 million a year. It's cool.
Yeah, you be all right.
Yeah, right. I think I'll be okay with that. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. God, that kind of money just sounds like it's, you know, shout out to Major League Baseball players who get the bank and they get it well.
Yeah.
and they can stay healthier longer, usually.
Because they play more games, but the actual playing time isn't
that active. Yeah.
Like if you think about an outfielder, like, yeah, you're running down balls. You know, you're doing what you do, but most of the time is spent sitting there with your hands on your knees, and then, you get to go and have an at-bat.
Pay attention to the plays and what's going on. But if you got only time you're out there really working is if you have a fucking terrible pitcher. It's just not your night, and it's like, oh, my God, fuck, here we go again. Here we go again. God, I'm earning it.
Yeah.
You know, other than that, it's not really physical, man, like that. And I think some guys that get injured a lot definitely are pitchers because they're the only ones that's putting the most exertion into their fucking shoulder,
fucking up their arms.
You know what I mean? Just throwing shit like.
And catchers. Their knees are hit.
Right. So catchers and pitchers are the worst ones. Everybody else, you getting injured, almost feeling like you're being lazy on your conditioning. You know, I'm telling you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Unless you made a dive and, you might catch a spike.
But if a nigga running to first base and he pulls up, it's almost like, this nigga not conditioning, man.
You didn't stretch before the fucking game.
Right.
Come on.
Like, come on, man. It almost seems like that. For those guys that, like, I can see, like you said, if you're making a play, you're diving, you're sliding, and you hurt something, yeah. That makes, or you get beamed with a ball. It makes sense. But when you run into first base and right before you get to base, you're like, that gunshot shit happens.
Yo, it is the illest way to describe it. It's the pull up.
It's like, what happened, nigga? You ain't did shit. You drink water,
right? Did you eat a fucking banana? Come on.
So yeah, we're poor, they're rich. That's the bottom line, folks.
I ain't hating.
I ain't hating at all. What the fuck?
All right, man. Speaking of rich, man, real quick, the like I was talking about a couple episodes ago, this K-pop group I listen to, Blackpink, who's coming to America for the first time.
Okay.
Bro, they like the biggest thing to do is to come to America, right?
Right.
For anywhere around the world, that's what everybody wants to do. Like, because they got 600 million streams of their video. I barely ever heard of them. You know what I'm saying? I just heard of them. Like,
how big the world is. Like, niggas in the world.
Yeah.
Like,
I forget how I found it. It was like a suggestion on YouTube, and I checked them out. You know what I mean? It wasn't any press, anything like that.
You weren't searching.
600 million views on YouTube, and you could never hear of these people. It's amazing. But they just they're doing a North American tour. They're doing like 4 spots.
Okay.
Probably
New York, Cali?
New Jersey, but New Jersey is New York. Like Chicago, Atlanta, New Jersey, California.
All the main spots. Yep.
The show that I'm going to is a Prudential Theater, 19,000 seats. They sold out their entire tour in an hour.
Wow.
Like,
fuck, you were in that hour?
Yeah.
You stuck in there?
I snagged one ticket.
Damn.
And
how much they wanted for them?
They
like a lowball seat.
100 was lowest price.
Lowest price.
You know what I'm saying? And for their first shows ever in America to sell out, 20, 40, 80,000 tickets in an hour, like, bro,
that's big.
Music around the world is it's getting fucking big, man.
It's getting big, and we're not the only fish in the pond now when it comes to. I mean, we still got a good grip on popularity in America, but with the internet, I think it really breaks that. You know what I mean? The internet breaks that mold of keeping you only what's being, because you can control. And I think that's I take that as being a great part of what it for music is, like your sound or whatever you're into. There can be a market there. You know what I mean? And then that market is going to support and follow you without being handled by a fucking record label in a way. You know what I mean? Whether it's like a force feed or, where they kind of put it in your face so much that you just kind of buy it. In a sense, the person that's independent is doing the same shit. You know what I mean? But it feels less sleazy to somebody that's a listener. It's like, oh, this guy's cool. I like his music, and I want to keep listening. And everything I find out about him, he's telling me.
Yep.
Not through a fucking fourth party, third party, people that are just setting shit up. Go ahead and do it.
And I think too, a lot of things that are happening is because I think in America, especially in the urban environment of pop and R&B and rap music, it's all so much of the fucking same that I think people are kind of like searching for different music. Like
things.
even it's very, very rare, but maybe even between like changing or if my like Bluetooth thing, if I have to charge it and I have to like pop on the radio for a second,
And
I could not imagine listening to the fucking radio.
Right.
Like you listen to it for 10 minutes and like then the same song starts playing again. You're like, holy fuck, how do people listen to this shit?
And you got to know, it's like, was it always like this?
Yeah,
I know
yeah.
that payola shit is real, but it's kind of like it's in full effect. The guys are still, and I tell you, it's still, if you can still grease the palms, man, you can make a little window. You know, if you have a decent sound, and now it's like if you have a current sound and some dollars to throw around,
Yeah.
you can put yourself in a position.
You can get 15 minutes.
Yeah, you can toss it around, and then when you get your 15, if you're even a harder worker, and you stay consistent with the chemistry or with the layout blueprint you have, you can proceed and grow from there. You know, like Drake is a good example of that, man. You know, like he found his niche, he found his lane, and he ran, he stuck with it, no matter how much shit people try to throw on him. They gave him shit for being the geeky guy that was a fucking El Degrassi fucking actor, and he's like, yeah, he's like a real cornball. But then he's like getting to the rap game where rap's image is really hard. You know what I mean?
Yep.
It's like, this guy doesn't fit. But then he knew his avenue.
He's an
like,
actor.
He's an actor, and he knew his lane. Like, no,
Yep.
the ladies is where it's at. They'll give me, just hold on, I'm coming home. You know, and it's like, you can't really deny the songs he makes. You know
Oh,
what I
yeah.
mean? It's, I'm not
That
the biggest
sensitive
Drake
shit
fan,
will
but
get
I
people.
like a lot of his music. So,
Yep.
you know what I mean? It's like-
I could say I'm a fan of some of his choruses. I think his bars are just corny as fuck.
Right.
but
He
there's
got a hell of a
definitely-
song.
He knows how to make those songs that he knows that women are going to like.
Right.
Like we said, he clearly lost the battle to Pusha T. But
Right.
you know what? Then he came back with, what did he come
Was it
back with?
Kiki?
It was,
I think it was
Kiki, do you love me? So, I mean,
And nobody even knew who Pusha T was again.
yep.
You know, it's like, oh, Pusha gave it to him, and then it was like crickets.
Yeah, and then it
Came
was
back
like,
with hits.
man, Pusha T still got braids. It was like, oh, well.
and then what's crazy is like you got to see him being that such a powerhouse, because now you got the thug persona, nigga, of fucking Meek Mill.
Yeah.
When they went through their shit, Meek Mill is all, that's my big homie. All respect, man. We squashed it. We good now. Kissing, sucking his ass, putting him on songs with him. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Like, you putting him on your songs. Drake didn't say, hey, come on my album. No, you went to Drake. It's like, yo, can you get on my
yeah,
song?
let me get that 16.
You know, I know you fucked me up in this battle, and I get how it works. And, you know, you have, once you have that kind of power and money, like, you know, Jay-Z, he'd be a certain thing, but he has that certain longevity. The longevity gave him that power that he, you know, has enough people in the fucking game that he could probably fuck somebody's career up
Yeah.
behind scenes. You know what I mean? It's like, I don't even got to do this shit lyrical. That's when you know you in there.
Yep.
Like, when that motherfucker's got just connections, like, I shut everything down. You will never get a show. Any one of these big theaters and shit, you know, you're a rap. You know? But, you know,
Crazy games.
it's crazy games, man.
But
Get
yeah,
your
man,
shit
if you guys
together.
want to chime in, let us know. 203-594-6977. Talk to us, man. You trying to promote your shit. You trying to talk some shit. You trying to let us know what's what. Call or text 203-594-6977. This has been episode 63.
6'3", and I am the nigga with the cloud on the head. Cloud on the head. Young Pastry, YUNG Pastry, and be on the lookout because we are going to be tapping back into folks. If you are YouTube subscribers and you guys were definitely ones that were down with us from the beginning when we were making a lot of bacon videos, we're going to work on some things and try to get those things going back out there. You know,
Bring in some bacon back, bacon back.
we're going to do some bacon and steaking, nigga, you know, and, you know, try to keep the ball rolling. into the
Knucking and
new-
bucking.
You know, into the 99 to the 2000. You know, because at the end of the day, my
It's
niggas,
the beginning of the night.
and I smoke Black and Miles with children. I don't know what that means, but R. Kelly does.
Listen, and the Momo challenge isn't real. We'll talk about it next week.
Yeah. Bogus.
Bogey.
Fake news. Keep it real.